Hello everyone. Today I would like to share a classic with you today. Welcome back to a riveting episode of Blasterpiece Theater. I am your host, Victor von Gribblesworth, and I would like to take you back. I know it's been covered before, but not by me. I'd like to take you back to the far distant year of 2022. There, the company of Sauer produced this unbelievable marvel of human innovation and utter brilliance. Brilliance, I say. This is the P365X Macro, sporting the built-in compensator. This is a very impressive and handsome, may I say, piece of equipment. If you are not familiar with this channel, this, however, is not my voice, but I will stay in character for the duration of this piece. I know you love it. Okay, now, when I pursued this particular handgun, it was quite elusive, because at the time it was selling out everywhere like hotcakes. I like saying hotcakes, but nevertheless, it was selling out quite frequently. So, on one of my many trips to the gun range, I wandered upon the showcase and I inquired, and they had one. And that's when it happened. I brought it home. The P365X Macro Compensator, sporting a lovely TLR7A sub-streamlight, is an absolute marvel of modern gun-making ability. As always, let's weapon check. It is clear and clear. Hello. This is an unbelievable handgun. It comes with a very flat trigger, which actually bottoms out at about 45 degrees, which is excellent because it's very predictable when you can break the trigger. It also sports. That is really beautiful. It's difficult for me to stay in character because, well, I feel quite fondly to this handgun, unless other people have stated their dislike for this particular handgun because of the rust probabilities. However, this has held up quite nicely. I keep it oiled. And it held up quite nicely. It is chambered in 9mm and holds a flush 17, an impressive 17 rounds of ammunition in 9mm. We have some specs from our trusty assistant, and the specs go as so. Okay, here we are. Thank you for waiting and being patient. Like I said before, it is a 17 round magazine. It is also an X-Ray 3 night and day sight. You cannot see them, for the studio lights are quite bright. It is also in a compact. The overall length is 6 by 6. The overall width is 1 by 1. That, my friends, is impressive. The weight is 21 and 5. The sight radius is 5.1. It is a striker-fired handgun with a flat-type trigger. As I mentioned previously, it is a polymer black carbon steel, stainless steel, and it's also covered in a nitrile. It's covered in a finish that should have been thought of, because I have seen this piece rust quite remarkably. It's impressive how it rusts. But so far, so good. I keep it pretty low lubed as I mentioned previously, but nevertheless, let's get into this. As we always say, tip to tip, butt to butt. Let's start. It sports an impressive compensated slide here, but the barrel is not. But the system works. It works, ladies and gentlemen. It works. It reduces the muzzle rise and it improves the overall handling of the firearm. It's very impressive. It is serrated in the front and in the rear for you gentlemen or ladies who like to press check like myself. It has an X-ray sight in the front, and it does illuminate. At the moment, we are not seeing it, but that's okay. Take my word for it. You will be spot on. With the addition of a red dot, which it is accessible for, your shots will be remarkably accurate. It holds very comfortably in the hand. Very little wobble. It is an impressive handgun. Other than the rusting issue, I don't see a problem with this particular handgun being carried daily as an EDC, or its counterpart, minus the compensator, the P365, which I have also. The TLR7A is a marvelous attachment, which allows you to visualize your targets before you actually make an acquisition. It is very good on the takedown. The magazine the slide will catch on the magazine. If it's inside, it is not, so it will not catch here. It comes with two standard 17 flush magazines, which is very impressive. Standard, might I add. Standard. This is not something that you have to go elsewhere to buy. This is coming from the actual company itself. It's very impressive. Very, very impressive. Now, I don't want to take very long on this episode because this is not a new gun. It has actually been out since 2022 when Sauer introduced it to the world. Not only is it an innovative and new magazine design for the 3P65X Macro Comp, which packs a full 17 round capacity, flush, semi-flush, but that's flush enough. I fell out of character. Damn it. Get back into character, good man. Okay. It is accurate. It shoots very well. Let's see. Let me think on this. I would recommend this handgun. This is a very fine handgun. Although there are others that may compete in this particular realm itself. This particular handgun will cost around $800. However, this, my EDC, which I've been fond of very lately, I have been carrying this. And it is an awesome piece of equipment as well. I did not prepare the specs on this one, but take my word for it, good men and good women. It is a fine, fine piece of equipment. It is equipped with a TLR6 with a laser. It sighted very well, almost as well as a red dot. I tried it at the range, and it was frighteningly accurate. Instead of a push up in fire when firing, it actually pushes you back. I don't know how it does it, but it's quite remarkable. It pushes you back as opposed to pushing up, which allows you to keep your shots on target. It's very, very, very remarkable. It is a remarkable piece of handgun, and it's from Smith & Wesson. It's a Smith & Wesson 9-2. Plus, I particularly like the peanut butter coating. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so let's get to it, man. I tried very, very hard. To stay into character. It was a funny thing at first, and after a while, it got annoying to me. But you guys all know exactly what this is. It's a P365X Macro. I don't know what else I can possibly say about this particular handgun other than the fact that it is dope. It is a dope handgun. It is a handgun that's, in my eyes, in my perception, in my opinion, my humble little opinion, it is overpriced. But Sig Sauer overprices everything. So if you're going for Sig, then you know exactly what it's hitting for. Okay? But nonetheless, it is very, very good. It's the perfect, almost about the perfect size for concealment. Dude, there's nothing really bad I can say about this particular handgun. Oh, wait a minute. There is one thing I could actually allude, or not even allude to. I not even want to hint about it. It's a fact. It's a fact that these handguns are susceptible to rusting. They should have, I tell you what, I'll put it like this. If you guys haven't checked my Mossberg MC2C episode, check that. That gun is incredible, and it's about $300 or something like that. That gun is incredible. It's almost impervious to everything: dirt, dust, mud, grime, filth, funk, whatever you got to throw at it, it can take it, and it withstands the rusting factor. If Sig coated this particular handgun in the coating that Mossberg used, or even a lesser a DLC instead of the nitride, it would be perfect. It would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. I mean, look at this. Hold up. Look at this. I said 45 degrees. That comes into play, and it's very important, because if this is going to be your EDC and you're going to be using this gun frequently, then you need to know where that gun is going to break. So training with this gun, you know exactly at just about 45 degrees, bop, bop, it's going to break. It's going to break. That isn't 45. This is 45. Right now, look at the take up. That's it. I'm on the wall right now. I'm on the wall, break. Boom. That's what it is. Reset. Not bad. They could have worked on that. It could have been a little bit closer. A little bit closer. I would prefer it to be a little bit closer. Now get this. I'm not a trigger snob, but I do know what I like in my triggers. I know what I like to feel. I know pulse. I know what I like to, I know how I like it to feel. I know how I like it to break. And I know the level of comfort that I need when I'm resetting. If I'm laying on the reset, yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can break. It definitely can reset sooner, for sure. Like right about there. You know what I'm saying? Let me break it. Broke. Right there. That would be an awesome trigger. Right there. That would be an awesome trigger. Instead, we got a little bit more travel. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That would have took it to supremacy. Seriously. That would have took it to supremacy. And you know, I really haven't carried this particular handgun because I was really debating on an optic. Seriously, for real, I was really debating on an optic. Plus, I have a couple handguns in my stable, man, and it's I have to rotate them. You know what I'm saying? Like tires. I give my handguns little personal jobs. So, like I said before, I mentioned like where can I put this particular handgun in my roster? I mean, this is definitely beyond capable of handling anything that I would ask for it to do on a daily basis. We got 17 and 1 flush. You know what I'm saying? 17 and 1 flush is definitely be capable of protecting your home. It's definitely capable of protecting your family out in the world. And I mean, Sig did a great job. They did a great job. It's an unbelievable job. I just don't know how they flubbed up so much with the coding. It's literally just the coating. Takedown purposes, not bad at all. Let's get that down. Take it down. Pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Nice beefy paws. Nice beefy rails. Nice size rails. Nice size rails. Look at the firing system, not bad at all. Good block. The 365, I believe the 365 regular has a different spring. I think it's a dual spring, like it's a, you know, it's a dual spring. You got the fat one and you got the small one in the back, but believe the barrels are absolutely the same. I believe they had to do this for this one because of the compensators longer. The other 365 stops about right here, literally. It stops about right here. This is an addition. But I mean, pretty beefy. It's a SIG, so you know it's going to be clean inside and out. Clean machining, inside and out. You know, I mean, SIG does put together fine handguns. It's pretty much what they do. Block back. We are in business. Close it. Boom, we back in business. The fight is on. So, in my humble opinion, yes, of course I would recommend this. If you got $800 or you have something in your safe that you want to trade, which I suggest if you're not using it and you want to level up, you want to, you know, you don't need the iPhone 15. You know what I'm saying? You cool with your XE iPhone? You cool with your iPhone, you know, your iPhone 10? You good. You're good. You could go and get this. Go get it. Treat yourself. Treat yourself, man. But nah, man, seriously. If you have something in your safe, man, that you're not using, go trade it. Why not? Go trade it. Somebody else, that can be a very good asset to somebody who needs a firearm to protect their family and to protect themselves. Go trade it. Why not? Why not? Go trade it and pick up something new. I guarantee you, pick up something new, and try not to. I'm not going to say don't, but try not to pick up a Glock. Just try. There's other guns out there. A lot of other guns out there. So, yeah, man, that's just my little thing on the 3P65, man. It's a compensated barrel, overall 6.6. It's good. It's light. It's light, but not light. If you get what I'm saying, it's light, but not light. It feels, what's the word I'm looking for? Grounded. I guess you could say grounded. You could say, it feels solid. You know, I mean, it's a production piece. So, I mean, that's pretty good. But it's in the world of sneakers, it's a GR. It's a general release to everybody. It's not a custom joint, but it's very nice. It's very nice. If you want to step into custom, we can talk about that too. Because I got some things for y'all, man. I got some more things for y'all. I had been away for a while. I had to get things under wraps. I had to get the kids ready for school. We had some stuff with the house. It was, you know what I'm saying? There was some stuff going on, but I'm back like it ain't no thing. And I'm here to do some more reviews, man. I got some footage of this. I think I got some footage of this shooting this. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I took this out one day. I took this out. I think I was firing my SAS 4.25, and I took it mistakenly. I took it out with that, and of course, just like, you know, it kind of like got pushed away a little bit, only because I was firing a 2011. If you've ever fired a 2011, which I highly suggest that you do, go fire 2011 and see if I'm telling the truth. You fire a 2011, you're always going to want to fire a 2011. Period. Not a 2011, a double stag 1911. I'm sorry. Well, if you fire 2011 too, because if you go fire a staccato, forget about it. You're not gonna want to move from anything else but a staccato. But because I mean, staccatos spoil you. It's just that they spoil you. And this is a good entry to being spoiled. This is a good entry. Look at that, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Man, if I had a ruler, I could almost probably nail that. That's 90 degrees. I'm a barber, and I like my corners and my points straight. I like my corners at 90. That is pretty much 90. That ain't 90. That 90 all day. But yeah, man, that's it, man. I just wanted to bring you a handgun real quick. I hope I answered some questions. If I didn't answer any questions, man, it has a really good beer, and I like that too because Glocks tend to bite me. I had a bite mark right in my tattoo, right disrespectfully, right in my tattoo. The Glock bit me, which is again why I don't carry a 43X, because it doesn't come. See how that comes out? See that? There's enough clearance right there. There's enough clearance for me not to get bit. You know what I'm saying? Even if I move my grip around to get a better grip, which I won't because it has very good texturing on it. It has a really nice deep undercut, kind of like how I did my Glock. Even though you guys scoffed at my my stipple job with my Glock, but it's absolutely perfect and it's groundbreaking. It has that particular comfortability that I like. It's very comfortable to hold, even more so comfortable to hold than my EDC. Oh, the click. See how, now you see how it's cut up in there? Can you see that? This is okay. And I can get a really good grip on this, but this, oh, it just feels so luxurious, man, when you hold it like that. It's just, man, it just take me away on some, nah, but that's all, man. I just wanted to come to you again and come back with a piece that was pretty strong. I was waiting for something to come. It hasn't come yet, so I figured, you know, let's keep moving with the show. When they send it, they send it. And let's keep moving. I got a lot more to show, and that's what we're going to do. So this is my P365 macro compensated, and it's good to go. I give it my seal of approval, man. Seriously. If you want, go put a coating on it yourself, and you will be good to go. You'll be good to go. Put a coating on it yourself. You're good to go. Trust me. You can't go wrong. All right, man, I am going to say peace to all.